It's the Revo Rocket spinning reel. It's new at ICAST 2022. I've been fishing it for about a month. The thing that I really like about it is the speed. You know, that's why they call it the Rocket. This is actually the second generation of the Revo Rocket spinning reel. You know, they've had the bait cast reels, of course, but this is a 7.6 to 1 gear ratio. So that is a blazing fast spinning reel. Most of them are, 5.2 to 1, even 4 or 5 to 1. They're really slow. So the reason that you'd want a faster spinning reel, it's really a benefit for a few different techniques. The ones that I've used most for is forward-facing sonar. So when you're pitching to a fish and you're hoping that the fish goes towards the bait and you reel it back in quickly, it's going to be coming a lot faster just because it's a faster gear ratio. Or if you're out there, then you see something on your sonar and you got to get your bait in really quickly to drop it, either on your 2D or your forward-facing sonar. Having a faster gear ratio is just going to get the bait in faster. Same thing with maybe skipping a wacky rig around docks. You're going to skip it in there. Once it falls in the target zone, after that you can reel it in really quickly if you don't get a bite. So in a day, you should be able to get more casts, more presentations, just because the reel's faster. So that's one positive to it. The downside of that is there's times when you don't want to reel that fast, with spinning gear. Maybe it's cold, maybe it's working the bait too quickly, or a small swim bait and you're trying to keep it down low and you want to reel really slow. This reel would not be a good option for it, in my opinion. Now, like I said, it's fast reel, looks cool, bright red, taking some of the look from the Xenon reel. So that's a reel, if you're not familiar with it, kind of has this, I guess you could call it like a skeleton frame. So it's a lot thinner body, so that's going to make it lighter. Now this reel isn't the lightest reel, but it's a pretty light reel. It's lighter than a lot of other reels I own, but like their MGX Extreme or their Revo MGX are much lighter than this reel, but not gonna make a huge difference. It balances well on the rod right here. So it's not overpowering, it's not too heavy, not too light. It's really a good option for a spinning reel for pretty much any rod that you wanna use it. This is a 7-foot medium. It'll fit on a lot of different ones. Now, if there's one thing I didn't like about it is these knobs here. They look cool. They got a little accent logo on them, but they feel like they're going to be really slippery. They're not that comfortable, really, to be honest with you. I like the foam, even just some of the old rubber. This is more of a harder rubber, so it's not my favorite, honestly, but it's not like it's wouldn't prevent me from buying it or anything else. But that's one thing that I wasn't a crazy fan of, but it's a solid reel. Revo Rocket casts well, but again, any spinning reel with good braid and a weight's going to cast pretty well. It's really smooth, really good drag, balances well, and again, it is fast.